I'm rebuilding the master cylinder on a Honda ST1100, and this is going to be the sweet and short version. So once you take your master cylinder off of your bike, okay, you're going to remove the clutch lever, obviously, and there's a bolt that goes through there. And on that clutch lever is this pin, and you can see this one's all worn out. This is $30 from Honda for this pin and the part that goes into the brake lever. All right. So those are the first two things you're going to take out with the brake, with the clutch lever, and of course these two go right in here, and this is how that goes. So that'll go in there, and that's what actually pushes in the clutch piston on the master cylinder. All right. So once you get that out, then when you look at your master cylinder, you're going to look on this side of it, and there is this little seal right here. Okay, so that seal sits right in there, and it sticks out, and that's what keeps the dirt out. So that's going to go right in there. You're not going to be able to get it out because the piston is going to be preventing you from getting that seal to come out. So all you have to do is take a screwdriver, okay, and insert it here, push the piston down, and you're going to be able to peel this gasket out. Once you do that, you're going to look in here, and on the end of it you will see a C-clip. Okay, this C-clip goes right in that area there. Alright, so that's where the C-clip is going to be. Remove the C-clip, and then take a long skinny screwdriver, and it's got to be that long, and you're going to push out the whole assembly. You've got, and this is everything that's going to come out with it. So you've got your piston and your cup seal and your spring and your washer. Okay, that's it. Literally, that is all there is to it. You're going to get your new kit, which is this one, 321081. It's a K&L, and you can see right here you get the new piston, you get the spring, you get the cup seal, and you get the other seal here. So you get all the seals, including that washer right there. And this is the seal that you pried out of the end out of here. Okay, very simple, very easy to do. This is like literally, I don't know, 15-minute job. Once you get this off, it takes longer to get this off the bike and get the clutch lever off than it does to actually rebuild the cylinder. Take some clean claws that are fairly lint free and clean them like a gun. Push it in one side and push it down to the end, then push it back out, clean out the bore, wipe this all out, make sure it's all free and clear. I used some brake clean, cleaned it all out, and then dried it. Do be careful of your clutch switch right here. That's your clutch switch. Be careful of that. You don't want to break the pin. Once you get all that done, lube everything with brake fluid. Do not use oil. Okay? Again, do not use oil. Use brake fluid when you assemble this. Don't put anything in this other than brake fluid. And then, yeah, it's pretty simple. I'm going to put everything together. So I think I don't have a stand for my phone here to actually set this up, but I'll see what I can do here. Alright, so I have the new parts out, and basically I am going to pour a little brake fluid on all the parts. I want to make sure that they're lubricated. This outer seal doesn't actually need any on it, so I'm going to remove that. So these things need to make sure they have some brake fluid on them. And then this little cup goes right there. Okay, right on the end. Dink. Okay. and then that's the first thing that's going to go into the piston, or into the master cylinder. So go into the big bore here. Now I want to go ahead and make sure that there is some, sorry about the phone issues there. I'm trying to figure out how I can video this. So I don't know. It seems to work pretty well. Alright, gotta put the phone down for a second here. Okay, so what I just did is I just poured some brake fluid into there, and I got my finger over the other side, and there's brake fluid inside, so I'm just literally sloshing this around to make sure that all the parts actually are lubricated with nice clean brake fluid. Okay. Alright, I'm going to take that out, and it's going to pour out right away. Then this cup seal is going to go in first. So the cup seal goes on the outside, and just gently manipulate it in there. Let it slide down. There it goes. Okay, and you want to be very careful that you don't poke or pierce anything, and just use your fingers. You know, don't force anything. If it feels like it's binding, stop. Okay, that's the most important thing. Alright, so now we have this seal here, and this is on the piston. So now we're going to take the piston. This is a little hard to do with the camera. You're going to drop this piston in here, and you're now pushing against the two seals. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can turn on a flashlight here. Okay, so it's going down. Now I'm going to add a little smidgen of brake fluid to the top of this, because I want to make sure that there's a little lubrication around that seal as I wiggle it in. And then you just want to be very, very gentle with this. Just keep wiggling it a little bit, and just wiggle it with your fingers. Once it drops in there, then you're going to want to get that E-clip on there right away with the washer. So the washer will go down after this part here. So yeah, you gotta be very gentle. You don't, if you jack up this seal, and it's you know, it's tight once you get past there. Alright, so now you're against the spring. Alright, so now at this point I need to take the camera and put it down, and then I'm going to drop in the washer and snap on the E-clip. Okay, so I have this now down past the point, and the washer is going to be what keeps that from coming out, and it's stopped to the case with that E-clip, or I'm a C-clip, calling it E-clip. Alright, so hang on a second and I will be right back. Okay, so I have that in there. Now basically, I'm going to give you an idea of what I did here. I took this, put that on the screwdriver, that's the washer, and then it gets kind of tricky because you need several hands. So you have to compress the cylinder, or the piston down. So you're holding the piston down, and then while you're holding the piston down, then you need to get your clip, and you have to get the clip around here. Make sure the sharp edge is out, not the smooth edge, and then you're going to have to push the piston down, get this down, and I would use a magnifying glass and make sure that you get it all the way down in the seal. Alright, once that's done, you've got that in there. Now you simply push the piston down one last time, put in the new seal on there, and you're done. Congratulations, you just rebuilt your ST1100 VF500 Magna. This clutch covers a lot of parts. So anyway, this is a very universal clutch that Honda used, and they use the same part in almost every bike from the 90s to 2000. So that's it. Alright, make sure this is all clean, fill it up with brake fluid, and go.